Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we finished up our rocket fuel production by assembling our oxidizer modules and fuel modules, or oxidizer and fuel, and then assembled them into the finished rocket fuel modules here. And we have them all stored in our warehouses, and they are full up and ready to go. Very good. So, we now need to figure out what it is we're going to have to do next to be able to launch rockets and obtain space science packs. Now, if we look at this, and we look at something that has space science packs on it, used by labs for research, obtained by launching a rocket with a satellite. So we don't just have to launch a rocket, we have to put a satellite in the rocket and launch it with a payload. So, we're going to need to make satellites. So, we have to figure out what do we need to do to make satellites. And satellites are right here. They require rocket control units. Okay, low density structures. Okay, rocket fuel. Solar panel Mark IIIs, silver zinc batteries, and radar Mark Vs. So, that's going to be interesting. See, how the rocket control units are basically going to be electronics, which is going to be a new electronics facility. Low-density structures take 30 cycles to make. They require plastic bars. Okay, hold on. This is probably going to be a lot of planning for this episode. So, but we do need to figure out what we're going to need to do next and how much we're going to need and all that sort of stuff. So, let's go. So, let's say satellites. If we wanted to make one per second, one satellite per second, what do we need? We need all that. 50 per second, 100 per second. See, we're only making 10 per second rocket fuel. And the entire facility that we built over the last half dozen episodes makes 10 per second rocket fuel. So we would need 5 times that to satisfy just the satellites at 1 per second. What about 1 per minute? That, we need 50 per minute, which is less than 10 per second. All right. So, if we're going to talk low-density structures, the rocket fuel is going to be an issue. Because we're also going to need some rocket fuel to launch each rocket. I don't know how much. Well, we'll see. We'll go with 1 satellite per minute. And see how that goes. And so if we're going to go ahead and add recipe, let's see low density structures. We're going to need more than 100 per minute. Let's go with 120 per minute. Not 230. 120. $18 assembly machine 6s. Well, we can bring that down to 2. We're going to need 1,200 Titanium plate. That's a ton. Well, we get that from the sheet coils, so we need, what, 300 per minute, which is, what? One every 2 seconds? Okay, that could be handled. Excuse me. So I think we're making 40 per second, so we got plenty of titanium. Aluminum. Again, we should be fine with aluminum. Plastic. 10 per second. Okay. Now, this does not need heat shielding. But it does need rocket control units. Now, if we were to also do 120 per minute, not per second, per minute. Yeah, per minute, okay. We would need, I'm worried about plastic right now. CPUs, silicon nitride, gold, copper, gilded copper wire, sulfuric acid, that should be fine. Integrated electronics, we need, what, 96 plastic per minute? Okay. It's a little over 1 per second. So 2 per second, I think, should satisfy that. So we're looking at 12 per second plastic. Does this need plastic? 144 per minute. Trying to do a lot of math in my head. That is a little over 2 per second. So we're talking about 3 per second. So that's 5 per second plastic that we're going to need. This doesn't need plastic. Okay. And multi-layered circuit boards don't need plastic, right? Fiberglass boards. No, we get that from resin. Glass fiber and liquid resin. Liquid resin might be an issue because I don't know if we're making enough. I'll have to figure that out. Now, right now I'm just worried about plastic. Okay, so we're talking about, like, what, 5 per second plastic on top of the 10 per second, so we're talking 15 per second plastic. Alright, anything else in here that needs plastic? Silver zinc batteries. We are making those, but we have a problem with those. We're not getting enough sodium hydroxide to get those to manufacture at a good rate. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to solve. Do they require plastic? Yeah, but they're pulling plastic from the existing plastic facility. So yeah, they require plastic, but they're fine. It should be okay. We just need to get that sodium hydroxide because we're pulling sodium hydroxide from this process here, but it's barely making any. So it takes a pretty long time to fill up that train. Alright. Alright, so these don't need anything else. Unless the solar panels need plastic. Solar panels? Excuse me. Solar. Okay. We need what? Mark 3s? Oh. Got hit the right buttons. Hit the right buttons. Mark 3s. Okay. All right. Solar. Solar panel. Solar panel Mark 2s. Solar panel Mark 3s. You need electronic logic boards. And a Mark 2. Need some glass and silver and electronic circuit boards. So it needs plastic as part of the electronics, but I think we should be able to solve the electronics without too much trouble. Okay, so we're not going to need to worry about that. And the radar Mark 5s. More electronics. More electronics. Okay, so those are going to be requiring a bunch of electronics and stuff. Should hopefully not be too much. We'll see. All right. So we are talking that we're going to need... Oh, and we're going to need... heat shielding tiles. Oh, that's silicon nitride and tungsten carbide. That does not need plastic. Okay. All right. So we need like what, 15 per second plastic. Now, our current plastic, in theory, can make 40 per second. But it's feeding a lot of stuff, and if we run at that maximum, we kind of stress our inputs a little bit. So what I'd like to do is make a second plastic facility. I'd like to make a second plastic facility. That will make 1 per second. They'll make, let's just say another 40 per second. Let's just scale it there, and let's see what we look like. See if I can figure out, because I want it completely independent of anything else, even the raw material inputs, completely independent of anything else. So entirely self-contained. Now, the best option is going to be plastics 3, I think. Liquid plastic, cellulose fiber, acetic acid, and propionic acid. Interesting. We know I know that this is going to be a pain in the butt because we already have a facility and it barely makes any and we're using it for rubber anyway, rather than plastic. Cellulose fiber. Let's just explore it. Let's see what we get. All right, so acetic acid we get from what? Fermentation base. We can also take methanol gas, carbon monoxide, and purified water with a green metal catalyst to make acetic acid. Okay. Methanol gas we can make from cellulose fiber. Okay. Carbon monoxide we can make from carbon and purified water. We can take carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas and make purified water and carbon monoxide. Okay. And we can take the carbon dioxide and we can make that from coal. Easy peasy. Hydrogen gas, not sure where that's going to come from. Let's see if any other process we have will make it. Okay. So we produce a little bit extra carbon monoxide to get the purified water we need. Okay, that works pretty well. And the only input we need is coal. Well, except for the hydrogen gas, which not sure where that's going to come from. We'll figure that out. I have some ideas already. So then that gets us our acetic acid. Propionic acid, where does that come from? What do we make there? More green metal catalyst, ethylene gas, carbon monoxide, and purified water. Oh, really? Okay. That works. And we just need to get ethylene gas, which can be obtained from sulfuric acid and ethanol gas. I think I actually make sulfuric wastewater. Huh. I think I actually make ethanol gas, but I don't think anywhere near that particular amount. Because we're getting it from our nutrient pulp. Well, we can make it from nutrient pulp. Huh. Or fermentation base. So I could expand our farm. That is a lot of corn. $48 bioprocessors. 305 desert upgraded farms. Sulfuric acid, 400 per second. That's a ton. That is a ton of sulfuric acid. Not impossible to come by. So we're going to need a rather significant expansion of the farm. An extremely significant expansion of the farm to make this from fermentation base. What if I were to make it from... See, this makes 50 ethanol gas. This makes 30 ethanol gas. But at 85 bioprocessors, 545 farms. Okay. Okay. Was there an alternative to get ethylene gas? We can take ethane gas and steam. Ethane gas is obtained as part of the oil refining process. Let's see, 40 ethane gas, 30 ethane gas, 30 ethane gas, 30 ethane gas, 20 ethane gas. Natural gas liquids and residual gas. So I'd basically need another refinery. Synthesis gas, hydrogen gas, blue metal catalyst, methane gas, ethane gas, butane gas. Toluene, that is difficult to deal with. So if I fed it from a natural gas deposit, I could do it. We get some byproducts we'd have to burn off. Residual gas. Oh, that's a byproduct. Byproduct, okay. Yeah. I'll have to think about whether or not I want to do a massive expansion of the farm to get that, or if I want to do this from a natural gas source. Alright, but one other thing we need to figure out what we're going to get is the cellulose fiber. We can get that from raw wood. We can also get that from some farming, or we can get that from some algae farms. 38 assembly machines. Good grief. No. 4 assembly machines. Better. Okay, 144 algae farms. Oh my goodness. 35 algae farms. That's a bit more reasonable. Carbon dioxide. Oh, excuse me. Wood pellets. No. Carbon dioxide from coal. There you go. 33.6 per second coal. Man, it's going to need its own dedicated coal mine for that. Not impossible. Mineralized water. Crushed stone and water. Crushed stone can come from crushing slag. Slag can come from dirt water electrolysis. Which will get the hydrogen gas we need. Okay, that's going to be a big old algae farm. See, 108 per second. Actually, it's fine to leave that at 3, I think. Or I can get that down to 2. Yeah, that'll work. Not unreasonable. 5,400 water. Okay. So, with all of this, we need to figure out where we're going to do it. So the inputs that we're going to need for this are going to be coal, right? And natural gas. I don't think we're going to need any other raw material input. I mean, we're going to need some steam, but, you just make that from water. No big deal. Purified water comes from its own internal processes. Yeah, we're going to need some green metal catalysts, which obviously that's silver ore and aluminum ore. No big deal there. We're going to need some water. Easy. We're going to need some steam. Easy. In fact, I can just go ahead and say for steam, we're going to need 8 electric boilers, 300 water input. No problem. Bioproducts, a lot of this can just be burned off. Some of this stuff can be sent to other things, like the sulfuric wastewater. Can be sent to our sulfuric acid production facility. So yeah, no problem. No problem at all. We just need a spot to do it. We got a lot of room. Well, there's a natural gas deposit that is right underneath the tracks. There's another natural gas deposit. Another one. So we have some natural gas. There's a big one. A bunch over here. I've been working on some other stuff over here, obviously. So yeah, we have available natural gas all over the place. I just have to kind of build some collection areas to collect it. More natural gas here. So I think probably maybe in this area here is where we'll start our work. So what we'll do here to begin the process is remove this loop here. Alright, I get a T-junction in. Let's see. Right about there should be fine. And then let me just add another extension here. Put the loop back on. All right. Now, what we're going to need is we are going to need to get the bots working to clear some land. Let's get some land cleared. Don't know how much we're going to need for this facility, but there you go. Now we're also going to have to get some more logistics coverage, but we'll do that after the after everything gets cleared here. Now we're going to be bringing in a lot of material and potentially from multiple sources. So I do want to put some parking in. Now, do I want the small loading bays? Or do I want the large ones? Large ones provide additional stacking. Large ones. How many? We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Let me just throw that in there so that I can see where we line up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right. We don't need all of that. Okay, so did I use up all of my... I did. Used up all of my rail. I have 300 on the way. Okay, so there you have it. All right, but I think we're at the end of the episode. Again, as I said, it's just a lot of planning because you got to kind of figure out what you're going to do first before you can build it, especially at this particular stage of the game where, you know, the facilities get pretty large pretty quickly. And do we also have ready access to water? We do. Okay, good. And down here as well. Good. So it's going to take a little while for these bots to get everything done. So we'll go ahead. We're going to end the episode here. And then when we come back, I'm probably going to try and get some stuff done off screen. Because, I mean, I don't know... You know, I'll probably have to go out and build some facilities to gather some natural gas to feed in here. And yeah. So we can do all this. I may want to add some other things because we may want to keep some of these products. You know, our methane, butane, that sort of stuff. push that into the other plastics facility so that this can feed both of them, essentially. Probably a good idea. All right. So that is something I'll also do. But for now, we'll end here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.